Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the middle of July. Now, Sagittarius, do keep in mind this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and get right into it here. Now I am using the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot as well as the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below. It is still the case that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you do watch my videos regularly but you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow. It's free, and it also, hitting subscribe is free, and it also ensures that you never miss an update from me. All right, so let's see what we have here. Make sure we're all set up and in view. I'll go ahead and take 3 of these cards to clarify as we go along, and then I'll also take 3 of these Kipper cards. Okay, that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is an incredible card to find, and it's always a special card to find for a Sagittarius person. The reason being is that Sagittarius, you are ruled by Jupiter, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. All right, so this is very much your energy. This is a jovial energy, this is a favorable energy, and this is the energy of luck, of good fortune, of good situations in your life. You can see here that the wheel has spun in your direction. And it says that right now, conditions in your life are favorable. So when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it does say it's time to act, okay? It's time to act on the gift that you've been given, the gift of your destiny sort of being right in front of you. The example that I always give, and if you've been on my channel for some time, you've heard me say this before, but you know, the train of your destiny has arrived. Are you going to stay in the station, or are you going to hop on the train? The choice is up to you. You can do either, right? But one will lead you to a new place, one will keep you where you are. And listen, I mean, if you're doing well right now, then maybe you decide, I'm gonna stay in the station right now. But for some of you who've been looking for a change, the Wheel of Fortune provides you with that change. It provides you with that potential new direction or way out. The thing is, in your current situation, you have the 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups is really a card that can indicate disappointment, a little bit of apathy, or this idea of like kind of being melancholy, or being in this sort of like feeling, this melancholy feeling when you get the 5 of Cups. This person's failing to recognize that there are 2 cups behind them, because upright and overflowing and full, because they're focused here on the 3 cups. There are also rewards in the distance, but they can't see it yet, right? They can't see it yet. With the castle in the background, castles represent rewards. There are rewards in the distance, but they're just so stuck on these cups that are empty. And so for some of you, what I feel like is going on here, Sagittarius, some of you are looking for a way out. Some of you are looking for a way out. Some of you are looking for something new. And with this Wheel of Fortune, it's like that could provide you with this way out. That could provide you with this new opportunity or this new situation to pull you out of your sadness here, or your melancholy situation here, with the 5 of Cups showing up. And it's like maybe you want to explore where that train may take you, Sagittarius. Maybe you want to explore where the favorability in your life being increased, where that may lead you at this time. In the problem position, you have the High Priestess. You're ignoring something. Okay, there's something here that you are ignoring. The High Priestess says, especially if you're dealing with like an illness or an injury or something, it says, do not ignore how you feel, okay? And you know, if you need to go reach out for help or whatever, if you intuitively feel like, wow, something's not right here, High Priestess says, go for that. But I feel like the health situation's about disappointment or something like that. It's more about like emotional health here with the 5 of Cups, I feel like, more than anything. I'm obviously not a doctor, so you have to consult your medical professional. But just something to consider with the High Priestess. But generally in life, when you get the High Priestess in a position like this, it says do not ignore something, okay? The High Priestess says that you are extremely intuitive. And Sagittarius, one of the missions that you have agreed to take on in this lifetime is to follow the truth and to follow your intuition. And that showing up in the problem position is saying, like, are you not listening to yourself? Are you not listening to yourself? The other thing is, the High Priestess could also say that there's maybe secrets being kept from you. There's maybe information being withheld from you. I don't know if I'm really feeling that. I feel like this is more about you ignoring something. And I would say, like, do not ignore the call. Okay, this is the big thing for you, Sagittarius. Do not ignore the call with the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom here, because that's the call. The Wheel of Fortune is the call. So is the Judgment card, and that is interesting that you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. So yeah. Now, in the past, you have the Empress. This is the mother archetype, but it's also just more importantly, I think, and more relevant to my audience. The Empress card is a major card of abundance. Okay, you can see that the Empress here is surrounded by so much abundance. The forest, the flowing water, the crops in front of them. Crops in tarot represent sustenance, harvests, abundance. Also, this stone here has the Venus sign. Venus is the planet of luxury, wealth, the finer things in life, and love as well, beauty, romance. But, you know, this person is fertile, and they have the gift of fertility. What that means is, obviously, this could be a fertility symbol if you're looking for children, actually, especially with the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups can represent good news. But I think more importantly for this reading, the idea of fertility with the Empress is like you growing a project or you growing something. Maybe you're on YouTube like me. Maybe you're trying to grow an audience. Maybe you're on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, or not Snapchat or whatever, the TikTok or whatever the one is. Maybe you're trying to grow your audience in some ways. And, you know, you've planted the seed here in the past, and now you just have to see it grow and support yourself, and support yourself and kind of keep yourself going here. In the future, you have the Strength card. So this is about courage and going to places where other people won't go, right? Taking the step in the unknown, having the bravery and the confidence to take a step out to the unknown and to try something different, to try something new, to try to go places where other people won't go. And you can see that this is evident here, where, like, most people wouldn't be chilling with a lion. I mean, let's be real. I mean, I wouldn't. So, you know, this is you being strong in yourself, in your willpower, and being confident to not ignore the call here, Sagittarius. In your mind, in your consciousness, what you can see, this is what you can see, okay? This is what you see in front of you. You have the Page of Cups here. There is a love situation available to you, but some of you are like, I don't know. Some of you are like, I don't know. There's definitely somebody that you know is interested in you, for sure. And it is interesting because it's possible that some of you are just like, I don't know if I want a relationship right now. By the way, your energy is present all over the board. Okay, you have the 3 cards that I would associate most with a Sagittarius: the King of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter energy, fire energy, and then you have your literal card showing up. So it's like you really, in this reading, you get, as is always the case, but it's almost like this is being highlighted, but you get to decide where you go from here. This is always your choice, but in this reading, it is so important. It's like you get to make whatever you want, like what this period of time that we're looking for, July, let's just say July and beyond, because timing's hard, but for the rest of the summer, right? We just started summer technically. We're at this intermission point. We're at the halfway of the year. July, like beginning of July is like the halfway point of the year. You get to make the rest of this year whatever you want, Sagittarius. So consider this your pep talk, because how do you want the rest of the year to look for you, Sag? Because it's almost like it's all here. Whatever you want is available. In the subconscious, what you can't see, or the hidden, you have you showing up again with the King of Wands. Remember, it doesn't matter what gender you are. These are energies. I don't attach gender to the card. So this King of Wands is somebody who I think is you very clearly. And, this is somebody who is, most importantly, they are in love with their work, okay? They will enter into a relationship with their work before they enter into a relationship with a human being. And that is no joke. Especially, I feel like for some of you here with this Page of Cups, it's like, maybe you're like, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship with this person, or I don't know if I want a relationship right now. And it's probably because you have other passions, hobbies, interests. You're following the call in some other area of your life here. King of Wands is a classic entrepreneur. It's somebody, if they are not an entrepreneur, and they work for somebody, they love it. Like, they absolutely love what they do, and if they don't love it, they're gone. Okay, because King of Wands is a valuable person in a workplace. They can always go find another job somewhere else. In the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you have the Two of Wands. So all this Wands energy showing up now, all this fire energy here. Two of Wands is about a choice. It's recognizing that you have the world in the palm of your hands here, Sagittarius. And really, in laying, this card asks you to do some research, to lay the groundwork. And in laying the groundwork, you will be able to expand something in a massive way. You'll be able to grow something like the Empress in a massive way. So pick a path, start working towards it, and put in the work to lay your groundwork. It's kind of a double message there, but put in the work to lay your groundwork, and you'll see those seeds grow, Sagittarius. In the external influence, you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of tradition. This is a card of marriage. This is about also your workplace, the organization that you're a part of, the structures that you're a part of. It could be something about mentorship. It could be about like higher education, formal learning. This is, though, you can think of it this way. This is the old guard. Okay, this is the old way of doing it. This is the old world. And you're living in the new world. Okay, you're living in the new world here, Sagittarius, because you have this Wheel of Fortune, and you have this calling that you are being guided on to not miss out on. Do not ignore the call. The old way of doing something may not be the way forward for you. In the Hopes and Fears, you have the Judgment card. This is a very spiritual card. This can be the biggest card of a spiritual awakening if you choose it to be. These folks here are literally having a spiritual awakening. I mean, look at them, right? Look at them. They're like, okay, what's my ruling? What is my judgment? And this is the outcome of your karma. It says karma is being rendered out in real time. So it's like, you have this one path where, you can choose to ignore the call, and then you have this other path where you can follow the call. And this is kind of, I feel like maybe some of you are like thinking about this pretty heavily. In the outcome, you have you. This is the card of Sagittarius. This is literally the Sagittarius card. The Temperance says that through a place of balance, healing, and harmony, you can attract something very important into your life, whether that is a person who's maybe a long-term marriage partner with the Hierophant, or somebody else. This is attracting something important. If it's not a person, it can be you attracting your dream business or your dream career. But you can see that they are dipping their toe here in the water. This is an energy of healing. This is an energy of optimism for the future, like you are, Sagittarius. And it's also a card of alchemy, okay? And combining the parts that you need to combine to create something amazing in your life. Let's expand on this a little bit more here. Okay, so you have the Emperor, you have the Fool, and you have the King of Swords. So this Wheel of Fortune is really heavy in my mind for you, Sagittarius. It just seems like very important. You may even want to do your own research on that card after this reading, if it's really a reading that you are connecting with. The Emperor is seen as a very good omen and a good sign of success in business. The Emperor could also be like a strict father, or somebody who maybe has like an old school, maybe your father, you have an old school father or something like that. I don't know why, I'm just feeling that. It's because you have this Empress and this Emperor card, mother and father archetype showing up here. You have this Fool as well. This is a new journey, but it's not just a new journey, it's a powerful new journey. It's a new journey in a new direction. This person's about to, the Fool it starts off all of the tarot. So I say many times that the Fool is the most powerful card to find in a reading because it's the chain reaction that starts off the entire major arcana. This Fool is about to jump off the cliff, not necessarily knowing where they're going. And I kind of feel like you're being guided right now. You have this King of Swords as well, continuing to be a leader for yourself and a leader in your life and taking just a healthy approach to a situation here. Yeah, let's see what else we have. Okay, so you have message of concern, bad health, and expectation. Are some of you fearing the worst? There is something about maybe health here that's showing up here. Mature man, total animal labor. There's something about maybe health here. Again, this is not medical advice. You have to go do your due diligence there. But with bad health and this idea of ignoring something, I would just if there's something that, if you need help, just call out for help, go get help if you need help is what I feel like saying. There's no shame in getting help. I also think some of you have a negative expectation on something. By the way, on the issue of health, that the Temperance card showing up in the outcome is seen as a good sign for your health. This is a very good sign for healing. It's one of the cards, and the Empress, by the way, one of the good cards to find for that. So I feel like this is just a situation where you shouldn't ignore something, and you'll probably find that it wasn't an issue. But that's just coming in here. I also think some of you are ready to do some work that you really, really, really enjoy doing, and you're ready to sort of dedicate yourself to the work. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.